Vygotsky believed that our abilities related to language and communication are one of our greatest tools. He outlined 3 stages of speech development that occur from birth onward. Let's discuss each of these and their importance. But first, my name is Keegan. I have a master's degree in counseling and I'm a licensed professional counselor. I make videos like this to help you better understand the world of counseling, mental health, and psychology. With Vygotsky's stages of speech development, the first of his stages is called social speech, but some people refer to this as external speech. This stage begins at birth and continues until around 3 years of age. At this stage, communication is quite basic, and the function of speech is to largely communicate feelings and emotions as well as some basic thoughts. Therefore, communication in the social speech stage typically is including things like crying and laughing, but it may also include ways of communicating some of those uncomplicated thoughts such as shouting. Stage 2 is called private speech. Some people might refer to this as egocentric speech. This stage begins around age 3 and will typically continue till around age 7. During this stage, the person is typically starting to communicate with themselves more. As a result, talking to oneself during this stage is not uncommon. Additionally, even if nobody is listening, the person might talk things through in an effort to help them figure something out. During this stage, the speech is often there to help guide and describe the behavior of the child. For some people, they consider this stage to be more of a transition from that first stage of social speech to the third stage, which we call inner speech. But before we get to that, if you're enjoying this video and finding it helpful, please help me out by giving it a like and subscribing. Inner speech, the third stage, typically starts around age 7 and continues beyond that. This stage is about communication beginning to happen internally, and the person is beginning to have some silent talk, which is when that communication is happening within them. An example of this could be that the person can now count in their head to figure something out, rather than having to count out loud. Because the person is gaining the ability to have that language happen internally, they are now gaining the ability to do some things that they weren't able to do previously. An example might be that they could talk to themselves to help manage their own behavior, rather than having to simply act on that behavior or talking themselves through it out loud. When we look at these stages overall, some people say that thought and speech occur separately at earlier points. However, as speech and language develop, some people say that thought and speech seem to merge and become more interdependent than they were previously. That's Vygotsky's stages of speech development. I hope that you found this video helpful. While you're here, make sure that you check out some of the other videos on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.